Hello and welcome to the Lifestyle Edit. My name is Megan. Thank you so much for being here today. I am talking some trash with you guys today, sharing I guess it's my empties for the last 6 months or so. Why don't you pull up a chair, get comfortable, and let's get started. All right, so I basically only have two categories for you guys. I thought that I had a lot more, and it seems that is incorrect. So hopefully this video goes a little bit smoothly, but I basically am trying to make this a little bit easier, maybe a little bit faster. So I'm basically going to be answering 3 questions. Would I repurchase it? Yes, no, or maybe. The reason. And if it didn't work for me, who does it work for? So let's see if I can stick to that because I tend to go off on tangents. So we are going to start with skincare. And then I just have a couple of hair care products. So the first one is the Dear Claire's Gentle Black Fresh Cleansing Oil. I really enjoyed this. I would definitely repurchase it. It's great if you wash your face in the shower because it's in a pump. That would be why I would repurchase it. It also takes your makeup off cleanly. And I think that anyone can use this because it's very gentle. So this is a yes for me. All right. The next one is the Janoko Clean 10 Cleansing Balm. Clarify and hydrate. This is a cleansing balm, as I said, and it comes with a little spatula and it has the little cover here, and then there is the product. Now this is a refillable container, so I'm actually going to pop this out to show you, I hope. Or does it twist? I can't remember. Oh, I think it unlocks. And then it pops out. So I can actually recycle this now, and I will keep this, and I may even keep the spatula just in case the new one doesn't come with it. And I will save this until I can purchase the refill. I am going to purchase the refill when I need another cleansing balm. I am using a different one right now that I got during a sale, but this was lovely. It has a luxurious texture. It feels like it's super hydrating. It doesn't strip your skin of any of its, natural oils or things like that, but you do get all of your makeup off, including eye makeup. It was just very luxurious and it was a great price point. So definitely repurchase. And again, I think anyone could use this. Maybe if you're super oily and you don't like that feeling, then it may be not as great for you, but maybe in the cooler months, in less humid months, it might work okay. I can use this year round. I loved it. Next, I have the Bioderma Hydrabio H2O. This is their moisturizing micellar water makeup remover. It says that it's for dehydrated sensitive skin. You can use it on your face and your eyes. I apologize, it's kind of dusty. I didn't realize how long it had been in there. I like this not for makeup remover. I will be honest. I don't like it as a makeup remover. I didn't feel like it got everything off my eyes. So for that reason, I would not repurchase it. However, if you want something that you can use in the mornings because you don't want to wash your face, if you have sensitive skin and washing your face too often causes more irritation, using this on a cotton pad first thing in the morning to kind of wipe away any residue or any, oil from the night before, this is wonderful for. So I would use this in the mornings, especially in the summer, because I tend to get overheated and I sweat in the summer, even when I'm sleeping. And this is great in the morning, so I don't have to wash my face because that causes more irritation. And it does not leave my skin feeling dry. So for that reason, I would repurchase it. So that's kind of a 2-in-1. I do think anyone could use it, and there may be some people who find it helpful to remove makeup. I just prefer a cleansing balm and an oil or a water-based cleanser. I prefer that 2-step. If I did use this as an oil-based cleanser, as my first step, I would always use a water-based cleanser after, because it does leave my face feeling just a little, not like there's an actual film, but it didn't feel super cleansing, if that makes sense. If it's just, you know, overnight oil, that's one thing. But if it's makeup, I feel like it's not really removing it. It's just kind of pushing it around. It does kind of break it up, but it doesn't remove it. Next, I have the Beauty of Joseon Glow Replenishing Rice Milk. Love this toner. Great for hydration. Would definitely repurchase. I think that anyone could use this, whether you have dehydrated skin, combo skin, oily skin. If you have dehydrated or dry skin, this may not be enough, but it's light enough that you can do layers, and that would work really well. The next one I have is the Axis Y 6+1+1 Advanced Formula Vegan Collagen Eye Serum. This has the roller ball on top that just kind of rolls around on your eye. Super great, very cooling. I really enjoyed this, especially during the day, but I believe I used it day and night. It has collagen, a triple hyaluronic acid, and a 5-peptide complex. It was very nice, quick absorbing into the skin. I don't know that I felt that it was super hydrating. So in the cooler, less humid months, so let's say winter, I definitely needed something a little heavier, a little more hydrating. But this was great in the spring and summer here in Florida. So I would repurchase this. Now this one I didn't purchase myself. I got this. I won a giveaway, which I have a video from, showing all the products that I received. And that's how I got this. And I would definitely buy it. It's great. And I do feel like it helped with the under eyes as well, but you can use it all over, which is also fantastic. Next, I have the Dr. Althea 345 Relief Cream. Wait, this is supposed to be for all skin types and free from artificial fragrance. I purchased this because I was doing some research on some lightweight moisturizers, but also for my combination skin and needing a little bit more hydration and a little bit more moisture in the fall and winter, you know, what would be a good moisturizer to move up to, knowing that I have sensitive skin. And this came very highly recommended. I was actually able to find this in a 2-pack at Costco last year. And so I used up one, and I'm actually using the other tube right now because I like it so much. So even going into the warmer months, because it has been getting warmer already, I haven't had any issues with this being too much. So definitely repurchase that. I also have the Goodall Vegan Rice Milk Moisturizing Cream here. This is a great moisturizer. I use this day and night. I did not have any issues with it being too heavy. It was great for summer. I actually didn't have any issues in the winter. This is my second or third tube. I can't remember. So I would definitely repurchase this. I think a lot of people could use this. Even if you have oily skin, I feel like this might be nice for at night. It might be a little too much during the day, but even though it says cream, I feel like it was a little bit more of that gel cream combo. And I think a lot of different people could use this. I really found it to be fantastic. So that's a repurchase for me. I have the Mixsoon Centella Sun Cream with SPF PA 4+ 50. And this was recommended to me at one of the Korean beauty stores in Orlando. And I have to be honest, I didn't love it. It didn't leave a white cast. It doesn't have a bad scent. It's lightweight, although it does feel a little bit thicker than I was expecting, even though it has a fairly light consistency. I just didn't love it. I don't know why. It just didn't do great for me. I didn't mind it on its own. I didn't like it under makeup, which surprised me because I was told it would be good under makeup. It just wasn't my favorite, but it doesn't leave a white cast. So if you have combo skin or maybe even you run a little bit on the dry side, so maybe a little bit more just a normal skin type, you might like this. Unfortunately for me, it just wasn't the greatest for me. It just didn't necessarily work well with the rest of my products. So there wasn't really anything wrong with it. It just didn't work with what I was using it for and what I was using it with. So it was a nice sunscreen overall. I just wouldn't repurchase it for myself. And then I guess you could argue that this is a makeup product and not skincare, but this is the One Size On Till Dawn mattifying waterproof setting spray in the mini. I purchased the mini because I wanted to see how it worked. I believe I got this toward the end of last summer, beginning of the fall. Again, it was still hot and humid here, so you know, we're still having the summer-like feeling. I didn't like it at all. It did not keep me mattified. It did not, it didn't help with shine, which is the same thing, I guess. And I noticed that my makeup would break apart when I used it. I didn't find a reason to love it. And to be honest with you, I don't know who would love it because my makeup broke apart. It's not going to work for anybody. I just wasn't a fan. And for anyone who does love it, let me know in the comments why you love it and why it works for you, because I couldn't get it to work for me no matter what I did. And I used the whole thing. So I kept trying. Oh, I actually have 3 more products. I thought I was down to 2, but I have 3. One is kind of an honorable mention, so let's do that one first because it does kind of fall into, well, it does fall into skincare. This is my Edam Le Chouchou Lip Softening Balm in Butter Mochi. I loved this. I received this as a gift from Edam. And as you can see, I am not quite done with it. It's about half empty, maybe a little bit more. Well, no, it's more than that. I had to stop using this because it broke. So I noticed not too long ago that every time I would go to use it, there would be an excess amount around this part. And I thought, well, that seems odd. I'm not using it there. And it turns out that this has, like, it's half cracked open. I don't know how. I'm not that tough on my products. And I try to be very careful even when they're in my handbag. You know, I put them in a little bag or a little pouch or a pocket or something so that they, you know, stay within reach. But usually I don't have any issues with anything else. This one broke. So I'm afraid to use it. It's been too exposed to, you know, the air and everything like that. And I don't want to take any chances. So I was very disappointed, but I will say I really liked how well it worked. It's supposed to exfoliate and hydrate and give you that beautiful glossy finish that you want every time. You can use it during the day. This one is their clear version. So the Butter Mochi is their clear gloss, but they also have sheer shades, which I would love to try sometime. So when I get to the point where I need to get another lip product, I will probably be ordering 1 or 2, because the other nice thing about this one being clear, you can also put it on at night. So I really like this, and I wish I'd been able to use it all. But again, I'm just not comfortable with that being broken and being exposed to the air and who knows what else, you know, but I would definitely get that. My last 2 products, thank you for sticking with me, is the D'Alba Scalp Therapy Serum Shampoo. This is a vegan shampoo. It says silky, smooth hair, healthy, and fresh scalp. So I picked this up from the Korean beauty store in Orlando. I was looking for a new shampoo. I had noticed that, I guess it was dandruff, but I was getting little flakes here and there. My scalp was a little itchy, but not terrible. And they weren't flakes. They were just like little white dots that I would kind of find in my hair. And it's like, what is happening? You know, what's going on? I started using this and they disappeared. So I use this at least once a week, sometimes twice a week. This is my go-to shampoo. And then I do use something that's a little more clarifying just once a week. It makes sure that my scalp is healthy. and not flaking in any sort of way, but I can still use a gentle clarifying shampoo once a week to kind of make sure that there's not a ton of buildup or anything. This emulsifies or suds up extremely well. A little bit goes a long way, and it just has kind of a fresh scent, I believe. There is a little bit of a fragrance, but it does go away. And so it's got kind of a florally, musky scent. But like I said, for me, it goes away pretty fast, and I'm fairly sensitive to fragrance. And it just works really well. I mean, you can tell I got as much out of there as I could. I really love this. I took it on vacation with me because you just don't know how the water is in other countries and things like that. And the water here in Florida is rather harsh. So, it's done wonders for my hair. It leaves a nice shine, and it's been great. So I recommend Korean products because they know how to make products for your face, and they're doing the same thing for our scalps. Our hair health starts with our scalps. So I would buy that. In fact, it's on my list to repurchase. It's just great. And it lasted a really long time. And last but not least, I have the Incommon Magic Mist 4-in-1 leave-in conditioner. It also detangles, it smooths, and it is a heat protectant. This is the mini size. It is 3 ounces. And I do really like this. Sometimes it's inconsistent. It always detangles. And I like that it's a leave-in conditioner and a detangler, and that it's also a heat protectant. My hairstylist told me about it. I think it's really nice. Sometimes it's hard to come by. They'll sell out on the website. They'll sell out on Amazon. I haven't really seen it anywhere else. So if you have any recommendations, I'd be greatly appreciative. But that's one that I have repurchased time and time again, and I just really enjoy it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If there's anything that you have questions about, let me know in the comments. If you have tried any of these and they work for you, you love it, let me know. If you've tried it and you don't like it, let me know. That's how we learn and figure out, maybe if we're using something that doesn't work and we want to try something new, let's help each other out in the comments. If I had to pick 2 of my absolute favorite products from here, I would definitely pick the D'Alba shampoo. This is amazing, and it's done wonders for my scalp. And I would probably also have to give a big thumbs up to the Juno Company Clean 10 Cleansing Balm. I love that it's refillable and it's all recyclable, I believe, at least the refill is. And it just works so well. It feels like luxury. And so does the shampoo. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate your time and you spending it with me. If you have any questions, let me know. Please remember to be kind to yourselves, be kind to each other, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.